Okay, and we are live now on YouTube. Mike, smile. Three minutes. Good evening and welcome to Inclusive Theater of Western New York's monthly short play reading series. This month, we are excited to feature three new to inclusive theater playwrights. We will be reading The Birds Are Feeding Me by Rex McGregor, Friends by Sara Lyons, and Dorm Party by Scott Mullen. Just a couple of quick housekeeping notes. This time around, we are recording on YouTube. So if you need captioning, it should be immediate. However, if you are watching it on Facebook, you may have to select the option. But again, it's live streamed through YouTube. If you find the iTownie YouTube channel, you should be able to view a captioned version. We will have a live Q&A at the end of the broadcast. So if you have any questions or comments, just drop them in the comments box on Facebook and we will pass them along to both the actors and the playwrights. So now, without further ado, I bring you the first play of the evening. It is The Birds Are Feeding Me. Hold on, I have to get Mike in here. By Rex McGregor. It is directed by Virginia Brannon. The characters tonight are Doug, played by Mike Kowal, Kim, played by Heidi Buckler, and Marion, played by Dorothy Gerhardt. The place, 3 apartments in the same building, and the time is during lockdown. Enjoy the show.
Hello there, Kim, isn't it?
Yeah, you're
Doug Jenkins in apartment 3C.
Yeah, I recognize you from down in the lobby. Sometimes I see you waiting for the elevator.
It takes forever these days.
One patient at a time.
Passenger.
When people don't take the stairs, I assume they have a disability.
You assume wrong.
I guess I'm too lazy to think of another reason.
Try presentability.
What?
I'm a banker. My work entails video calls with clients. I can't be out of breath or sweaty.
From walking up a few flights of stairs?
I'm higher up than you.
You're only one floor.
I'm also somewhat older.
All the more need to get fit.
Thanks for your concern. Now,
cardiovascular health is important for seniors.
I'm not in that category yet.
Take the stairs and you'll get there.
I'm in no rush. Anyway, Marion gave me your number.
Is she okay?
Good as gold.
I haven't seen her lately.
She's staying indoors
Yeah, at her age, she must be a prime target.
in the vulnerable group.
Does she need someone to do her shopping?
She's arranged deliveries.
Cool.
I'm calling about another matter.
Just say the word. I'm happy to lend a hand.
That's very kind of you, Kim.
Yeah, at times like this, our neighbors got to look out for each other.
Absolutely.
How can I help?
I noticed you're feeding birds on your balcony.
So,
They're also landing on mine.
lucky you.
I hardly know how to ask this, but
You want tips on feeding them? Crusts cause constipation, but seeds keep them regular.
they do their business on my railing. It dribbles down, leaving a vertical smear on the glass.
That's a sign of a healthy gut.
I'm trying to be polite
The stuff washes off easy.
when it's fresh, but if I miss a bit on the underside of the railing, it soon solidifies.
Do you want to borrow a hammer and chisel?
Kim, the birds are a nuisance.
Then shoo them away.
I do, but they keep coming back. There's one now.
They're making you exercise. It's just what you need.
You need to take some responsibility.
Come off it, dude.
I was hoping you'd respond to a friendly chat.
You hoped wrong.
Right. Consider this an official warning.
Ooh.
I mean it.
You can't even scare a sparrow.
I'm on the committee.
Big deal.
We have the power to enforce compliance.
Small pets are allowed.
You're welcome to a canary in a cage.
Birds need to be free.
Fine. Feed them down in the park.
I'm only allowed out for essential shopping and exercise.
Sprinkle seeds while you walk.
I daren't risk that, Doug. The cops have the power to enforce compliance.
Are you prepared to resolve this issue or not?
I guess I could put the birds in diapers.
Right. I'm inviting Marion to join this call. Maybe listen to the chairperson.
Have you already squealed on me?
I haven't breathed a word to her yet. I was hoping it'd be no need.
Your hopes just keep getting dashed, don't they?
Not in the long run.
Oh, Doug, how lovely of you to call back. Oh, and you're here too, Kim.
Hey, Marion.
Isn't this cozy?
We've been having a talk.
I'm thrilled. I love fostering introductions.
It's been a real eye-opener.
Oh, wonderful.
Listen, Marion, sorry to be a wet blanket, but I must raise a delicate matter.
Let me make it easy for you. I'm stepping down as chairperson.
Really?
It's time to pass on the baton.
If that's your decision.
Now, for my last act, Doug, I endorse you as my successor.
There'll have to be a vote.
Oh, purely a formality. The committee agree with me. You have the skills and the dedication.
Thank you. I promise I'll always be guided by what's best for the building.
Marion, are you sure you're doing the right thing for you?
Well, yes, dear.
But you told me after you retired that you needed this role to give your life a sense of purpose.
Oh, I was very selfish.
Well, what's changed?
Well, don't laugh, but I've had a revelation, a visitation.
How do you mean?
Well, not exactly a flight of angels, but close.
You don't have to explain anything.
Oh, I want to. I want to share the miracle.
Go on then.
Well, until last week, I was extremely depressed, stuck here alone, wallowing in self-pity. Then one day, my French doors were open. A sparrow hopped in, right onto the carpet, followed by another and another, half dozen or more. Well, I was so stunned to get an accurate count, but well, the birds moseyed around for a while, chirping, and and then they popped out again and flew away. I thought, I must be dreaming. Now, you have to understand, I have lived in this apartment for over 40 years, and nothing like this has ever happened before. But the next day, they came back, and every day since, staying longer each time. Oh, they're so tame, the darling creatures. Why, they eat out of my hand.
So you're feeding them?
Oh, well, only since yesterday. But that's not what attracted them. It's as if they sensed my loneliness. You'll think I'm silly. I've written a poem. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
I scatter breadcrumbs for the sparrows. I love their revelry. My heart is besieged by slings and arrows. The birds are feeding me.
Aw, that's so sweet. Don't you think so, Doug?
I'm not a poetry person.
Well, I hope the committee are. I'm sending a group email rhapsodizing about my experience.
Good for you.
Kim, now that Doug is leaving, there's an opening. Would you care to step in?
What's involved?
Oh, considerable responsibility, deciding what will be most beneficial for our well-being.
That sounds right up my alley.
There need to be a vote.
Oh, don't worry about that. My final recommendation will carry large weight.
We'll be working together, Doug.
Apparently.
I'll have to get used to the pecking order.
Oh, we don't tolerate any petty politics. At least we didn't on my watch.
Well, you should still come to the meetings, Marion, just as an observer.
Oh, what a lovely idea. Oh, but I'd hate to tread on any toes.
You won't be treading on any toes. You'll be keeping us on our toes. Won't you, Doug?
I have no objection.
Then I accept. Oh, this gives me something to look forward to. My blessings just keep coming.
Oh, wait and see. Any day now. Expect pigeons.
Yay, great job.
And up next, we have Friend by Sara Lyons, directed by Dallas Taylor. Tonight we have Paula, played by Heidi Buckler, Joey, played by Sean Mansfield, and our crew, played by Shanda Gardner, Queen Robinson, and Heather Benson. Our setting is in the morning on a boat in the ocean off the coast of South Africa.
Hold on. Wait. Do you see that? Right there in the water there. Do you see that? It's right there in the water
What
there.
is it?
Hey, let me get a picture.
Oh, it's a little one. Oh, but where's its mom?
I've never seen anything like that before.
It's alone. Do you think it has a mom?
Oh, of course it has a mom. Oh, these babies, they travel in groups. Oh.
The fish?
Be careful. It could be dangerous.
Oh, no, really. They're very delicate creatures. They're nothing like yours.
Maybe it knows where my mom went.
You are gorgeous, little buddy. Oh,
Why is it growling? Is it going to hurt me?
oh, Bill, cut the motor, please. We don't want to scare it.
Maybe not.
Oh, the poor thing must be lonely. Oh, come on, bud. Don't be shy.
Maybe it's nice.
Oh, poor thing needs a
Maybe he'll be a
friend. Oh, here, buddy. Come here.
What's it doing?
Just a little closer.
Maybe if I... Oh my God!
Oh, whoa there, friend. Easy. See, so great white sharks, they have all these electroreceptors on their snouts, and well, we're not exactly sure why, but this always seems to have the same effect.
What is that? Mom never did that before. And again, Mom doesn't have one of those.
All right, let's go check the next sector.
Wait, I didn't even know your name.
Oh, don't worry, he'll be right as rain in no time.
I'm scared. Please stay.
Oh, no, buddy. You can't come with us. Not where we're going.
Please, I'm lost. And you're so nice.
Oh, buddy, you're already lost. We can't lead you further away. You need to find your family.
I thought we were
Don't you miss your friend?
friends.
Well, maybe we should stay just a little longer, just to be sure.
My mom's gonna flip a fin when I tell her about you.
You know, maybe Mum is one of those sharks we tagged last year.
She said the last time she saw anything like this, they gave her that cool blinking thing on her back. She says it makes her feel silly, but I think it's cool.
Should we tag this one? I think I'd like to see it growing up.
Maybe I can get a cool blinky thing.
All right, grab one out of the box. I'm sure we can find a way to justify this in the budget.
What's that?
Okay, buddy, come here. Just a little closer. Little closer. And there.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy!
Oh, wow. Well, there we go, bud. Oh, and it looks like your family's found you.
Mom? Mom, you're back! Look what I have, we match!
Well, I guess we better get back to it. Hey. Hang tight, little buddy.
Bye. Be safe.
I'll see you soon, friend.
Well done. Well done.
Okay. Our third play for this evening is titled Dorm Party by Scott Mullen. Tonight's cast is Sadie Everhart playing Allie and Kayla Reumann playing Cass. As the play begins, we find Allie alone in her dorm room on a Zoom call. You're muted. You're muted.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
This was such a stupid idea. No one's gonna show up. Why did I think they would? Hi, welcome to my virtual dorm party. I'm Allie.
Where is everyone?
Well, you know, someone had to be first. It's still early.
The flyer said the party was starting at 9?
Yeah.
It's 9:45.
Well, there could be a flood of people any second. You came in late.
I just saw the flyer. I figured I'd pop in and see if it's a thing. It doesn't seem to be a thing.
Wait, please don't go. If the next person comes in and sees it's just me, then they might leave. But if we're both here, they'll stay. And now it's 3 and that's a party. And then it could be 4, 5, 6. The sky's the limit.
6. Wow.
Please don't go. Just give me 10 minutes. Oh, wait, look, I have snacks.
I'm not really sure how that's gonna help me.
Well, you must have snacks. We can eat snacks together. It's festive. Oh, also, I have a beer.
Is that a washcloth?
I don't have a paper bag.
Why do you need anything?
I'm underage. There could be people watching.
What? Seriously?
I don't have a lot of experience with Zoom. What's your name?
Cass.
Cass. I like that. 2 Cass.
How's that beer going?
I don't really like the taste.
Agreed.
But it's a party.
Is it?
Oh, wait. No, come back. It hasn't been 10 minutes yet. It's not my fault. We're in a pandemic. I thought my college experience was going to be this awesome thing, meet new people, make a lot of friends, finally get a chance to let loose, because I feel like I really need to let loose. But then my roommate lasted 10 minutes here before she realized that everyone in her room had to share a bathroom, and then she totally freaked out and moved back home. So now I'm in a room alone, which sucks, and everyone is in these little quarantine groups, and I'm just somehow not in any of them. So I decided to throw my own party, online, where we could have fun, where it's safe. Just kind of hoping for some human connection, Can you hear me? I'm babbling down, and I'm sure I sound like a complete idiot, but I Zoomed with my parents today. And it was nice, but it was my parents, Sometimes I worry that I don't even know who I am. And I figured at college I could figure that out. But not if I'm sitting in my room alone. Can you hear me? Oh my God, now I'm really rambling. I don't blame you for leaving. I'm pathetic.
Hey, I'm sorry. I was getting a drink and snacks. Did you say something?
You didn't hear any of that?
Something about a bathroom?
Oh my God.
Just kidding. I heard it all. When you ramble, you really get going. Just like my cousin Tracy. I figured I'd just let you go and see where it took you. Interesting. Anyhow, I have a feeling more people will be showing up any second. Any second, someone is going to come in and completely change the dynamic of the room. I feel it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Or maybe not.
Is that vodka?
It's a party, right?
Just straight vodka?
You never drank straight vodka?
Oh, no.
Huh.
Well, I guess mostly because my friends run into it. Not that I really have a lot of friends. Oh, wait, are you just drinking to get through this? Because I know I said it was a party, but I really don't want to be the kind of person that, people have to be drunk to hang out with. That's sort of sad, isn't it? Oh, I'm rambling again, aren't I?
You really are.
You can keep drinking. It's fine.
Relax. It's water.
Really?
I'm not a big drinker. I've definitely been drunk in the past, but I've tried it all. And when I thought about the upside of alcohol and the downside, more downside for me. So no more alcohol, which is great in a pandemic. There's really not much peer pressure to drink.
True.
But, I get you. I mean, in high school, I did some things I wasn't proud of. And I thought college was going to be this big chance to reinvent myself. Only, what does that mean? Like, am I trying to be the real me or the me people like? And who is the real me? Like, I've been doing a lot of soul searching.
Yes.
And then I went for a walk, mask on, just checking out the campus. It's nice out tonight. I was just walking around, looking at the people. Some are being really safe, some not safe at all. Just trying to figure out where I fit in. Even to find someone to make eye contact with. Because with the mask, you can't even smile at anyone anymore, I mean, I used to practice my smiles in a mirror. I had them down. A smile for every situation. Here, ready? Tell me what this smile means.
Happy?
Well, flirtatious, but I guess if I'm flirting, I'm happy, right? Unless I'm nervous. Anyhow, then I saw your flyer and I went back to my room. I don't have a roommate either. And I figured I'd check out your Zoom dorm party. It seemed like it would either be a good idea or a really bad one, but at least I wouldn't have to wear a mask. I was afraid I'd come into a room packed with stupid boys doing stupid things, but then it was you, which was unexpected. But at least it wasn't stupid boys, so that's a win. Unless you wanted stupid boys.
Oh, not really. I mean, not the stupid ones.
Let me try another smile. What's this one?
Suspicious?
I guess I need to practice my smiles more.
Sorry.
So, here we are.
Here we are.
Two girls trying to figure out who they are.
Yeah.
When did you know you were gay?
What?
I think I've known since I was 10. All my friends were starting to discover boys, and I was worried because I thought boys were still kind of gross. I figured I was just a late bloomer, but the boy thing never really came. But girls, of course,
Why do you think I'm gay?
Your flyer had a picture of Kate McKinnon on it.
So
Kate McKinnon is a big time lesbian, like big time.
Well, I just thought the picture looked fun, like she was at a party.
Really?
What's that smile?
That's suspicion.
I don't like that smile.
Because you're guilty?
No. Okay, fine. Maybe I have feelings like that. Maybe I picked a lesbian for the photo because I was hoping some nice lesbians would show up. I had this fantasy that there would be 100 people crammed into this room, and if 5 or 6 were lesbians, maybe me and one of them could get to know each other, and it could be this cool thing.
But then you got me.
No. Then I got scared. I mean, in high school, I was not out at all. I mean, I've never even kissed a girl, and I figured at college, but then pandemic and craziness, and I don't know what I was thinking.
Relax.
I mean, you seem nice, even if I Can't tell what your smiles mean half the time.
I'm gonna work on that.
But this is just like a whole new me, a whole new opportunity to be who I want to be. And wow, this is terrifying. I mean, you're easy to talk to, but this feels like a big choice. And am I ready for this? And what do we do next? And is this who I am? I mean, I think it is, but sometimes chasing who you are is scary. And oh no, I'm saying all this out loud, and I'm a mess. And oh my God, I think I'm gonna throw up. Why are you still here? What does that smile mean?
Can I tell you a secret?
What?
I've seen you around, and I saw you earlier putting up the flyers, and I read the flyer, and then I snuck after you, and as soon as you were out of sight, I took down every single flyer you put up for this party.
Wait, what?
I did because I thought you were really interesting, and I wanted a chance to talk to you alone, and clearly this was going to be the perfect chance, but I was so nervous that it took me 45 minutes to get up the courage to even come in here. And when I did, I thought that you'd be gone, but you weren't, and it was perfect, but I was still nervous, so I pretended that I just wandered into the party, and now I'm rambling.
You took down my flyers?
I did because I thought you were really interesting, and I wanted a chance to talk to you alone, and now I realize that's really sketchy and inappropriate, and I'm sorry, but I'm trying to be the real me, and I think the real me would try to be brave when it came to a girl she maybe liked.
Wait, you like me?
Maybe.
So now what?
Can I tell you another secret?
Okay.
I actually live in the room next door to you.
What?
And I have snacks, and you have snacks, and and I have wine if that's okay.
Wait, I'll try some wine.
So I was thinking maybe you wanted to be on my quarantine.
Yes. That's a nice smile. I really like that smile. Cass?
Great job, you guys.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
Bravo, everyone. I'll invite all actors, writers, directors to the screen now. Please come on and let us see your beautiful faces. Happy World Theater Day.
Yeah.
What better way than to celebrate with our version of theater? This is wonderful.
Every day.
Oh, let me just stay back in here. So what we usually do typically at the end is speak to our actors, our writers, and our directors about a myriad of things. And I see that Sara has just joined us. She's joining us now. And we also have Rex McGregor. So Sara wrote Friends, and Rex wrote The Birds Are Feeding Me. So I will toss it over to both of you. Can you tell us a little bit about your play, what inspired you, and how you found out about us?
Hi, I'm Rex. I'll start. I am coming to you from Auckland, New Zealand, and Sunday afternoon. So I wrote this play nearly a year ago when New Zealand was in lockdown, and I experienced a similar situation to Doug with sparrows landing on my balcony over there, and I had to wave to get them to leave, and I was quite frustrated and angry about this. And I tried to turn the experience into something positive. So I wrote this play, and it's proven popular.
Yes.
Okay, and for Friend, I have always been really inspired by the literature that my parents have had around the house. My dad's a big history buff. He's part of the reason why I got a history degree. And when I was done with my history degree, I felt a little unmoored, as most college kids do coming out of, the academic environment and not knowing where to go next. And it just so happens that my mom has been collecting National Geographic since the 80s. And I gave myself a task to write a play inspired by a page from every National Geographic since I was born. And I am nowhere near completing that challenge. But Friend is actually inspired from by a page in Great White Deep Trouble, which was the cover story of the, I want to say, April 2000 National Geographic. And I thought it was so cool that we live in a universe where people go out on boats off the coast of South Africa and into the Pacific and the Atlantic, and they just give great white sharks chin scritches. And I felt like more people had to know about this, and that's where the play came from.
I wish somebody had told me about that in college, because I probably would have changed my entire track. Well, this is awesome. Both of them, and including Scott's, were incredible plays. We are super happy to have staged them. And I guess I have a couple questions for the actors. Now, I know there's some first timers here. So if this is your first time acting with Inclusive, can you like wave a hand or something so we can see your beautiful faces? So we have Sadie, who is new. Kayla, right? This is your first one too. And Katie too. Was Katie also a first timer? I think everybody else has been around. So I guess my question to all of you is, our newbies, right? Like, how was this process for you? Is this the first time you've done something via Zoom? And how was it in this format for you to stage a production? Because I mean, it is in fact what we're doing, right? This is not, it's just different theater. It's not theater.
Sadie, do you want to go first, or I can go first if you don't.
You can go first. I'll go after.
Okay, cool. So I actually just graduated last year, 2020, with a BFA in theater performance from NAG University. So for like 4 straight years, it was like, this is what you're gonna expect when you get out of school. And before I even ended school, we were in a pandemic. So it was like everything that I was taught to expect was just thrown out the window. And I've actually, this is the first thing that I've done with Inclusive Theater, which has been amazing. But I've been doing some work with Green Buffalo Productions. And I think that's where I kind of like started dipping my toes into the world of like Zoom theater. And it's very interesting how some plays fit into the structure of Zoom. I know Scott mentioned that he had written this play specifically because he wanted to try his hand at writing a play for Zoom. But it's interesting, like obviously it worked very well for the format. Other plays that weren't necessarily written for Zoom are harder to adapt. And I think Zoom is going to cause playwrights to have to adapt, not only like to film and to theater, but like this whole new world. And I think that's super, super interesting.
Yeah, that's very good, Kayla. Yeah, so this is also my first like Zoom play. I actually didn't realize Zoom plays existed. Like I was reading the script and I was like, whoa, what is this? This is so cool. But it was great. Like I love it. And Kayla and Chris were so awesome to work with. So yeah, I had a good time.
Well, we're tickled that you joined us. We hope that going forward, you guys will want to continue working with us. You did a tremendous job. Everybody, all the actors did a great job. And, to kind of echo back to the thing about the Zoom plays, right? So a lot of the folks that Inclusive works with tend to be people who the pandemic adversely affected and will continue to adversely affect due to health conditions and certain other things that, you know, the COVID would have really awful consequences for them. So we plan on being in this format. We've been on since March of last year. So it's been a full year of being on Zoom. And that's been a lot of productions and a lot of interviews and things like that. But we plan to continue, one, because it works, and also because we know the folks that we work with, this will continue to be something that they can do. And that is the point of theater, right? Like accessibility, which is what we always talk about. And, you know, we often have folks that when we were staging, you know, we're at a theater and they can't physically get on stage, it's then inaccessible. This makes theater accessible for people. And it does look and feel a little different, but, you know, to your point, you know, when these things are adapted, and sometimes it's a challenge, I think they can be really, really well done, as we saw tonight on this Zoom platform. So I'm going to put the three directors on the hot seat. You guys have been around for a little while. Dallas is the artistic director. Virginia and Chris are regularly directing and acting. You know, Chris is coming off a major Christmas production that he did with Inclusive. You know, what has this experience been like for you guys long term and also this time around?
Well, I really enjoy doing things via Zoom. I'm not able to get around as well as I used to could either. So yeah, I really do enjoy it. And it's because I'm working from home too. And so it's nice to be able to do something that I can, you know, interact with other people other than just in a work environment. And since I love theater so much, and I always have great actors that I end up working with here and everything too. So that always helps too. So I really enjoy it a lot. And it's a good way to reach out to people and let other people who are stuck at home enjoy good theater too. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I second that. This was actually my first time solo directing. I'm usually a co-director, and Amy said, no, bleep that, I'm leaving you on your own. And here I am. And I had a very good crew to work with. They were excellent. They were really easy to work with, and they were really, really good. So I'm happy for that. And just to go off of what Kayla was saying, having sort of playwrights sort of adapt to Zoom, actors and directors also going to have to adapt as well, because a lot of the people in crew didn't have many lines, but they were able to show off a little bit of some visual stuff that maybe on a real stage the audience have a little bit easier time to sort of see, because they can see the whole thing. But on Zoom, if someone's on a screen talking, you're naturally gonna be attached to the person speaking on screen and not maybe notice some other people doing some other things in the background. So not only actors, but also the audience has to adapt to it as well. And I think that's going to be a very interesting transition or evolution to theater in the future.
All right. I'll go. Always have a good time directing here. I think great time this week with Sadie and Kayla. They worked my last nerve. No, they didn't. They both. No, they both. No, they both are wonderful, wonderful actors. Very talented, and the writing on the play was very well. Was very, very well done, and so it's always fun to see these things kind of come together. You don't know how they're going to work, but I will say that this week, along with every other play that I've directed here, you know, it's always good to see kind of how it progresses from that first time you read it. You do some fine tuning. People get more and more comfortable with the rest of the folks in their cast and kind of the point of the play, and it's always a lot of fun. And it's also good knowing that it is a way to keep theater going. I've always been interested in theater. I've been kind of involved in some form or another for a while. And, you know, the fact that you've been doing this since April, really just to make sure that it doesn't die. I know that there's other folks in the area that do other things. I think it's all wonderful, wonderful stuff. And, Yeah, a lot of fun to work with all the talented folks here. So really enjoy it.
Yes, thank you very much, Amy, for spearheading this whole project that you've been doing for so long. It's
We've been
fantastic.
home for a long time. Listen.
Yes.
So I do have a few questions that have come through on the YouTube channel. Some people ask, I mean, I know Kayla and Sadie talked about it, but the other actors, how do you feel about performing on Zoom instead of being on stage? Although I will nod to Dorothy, who just recently did a production of the Laramie Project that was filmed socially distanced, safe, and it was streamed live, and it was beautifully done by Batavia. So if you guys could talk a little bit about that. Whoever wants it.
Everyone's waiting to see who's going to raise a hand.
It's like when I'm teaching school, it's like, okay, ooh, don't make me call on you.
I mean, I can talk forever if you
do it. Talk.
Cool. So, like I said, it was really interesting moving from 4 straight years of having people talk about this kind of thing, and then just kind of everything being cut off. Because I actually was in NETCs in Boston auditioning for a whole bunch of stuff right before they shut down the whole country. Like some places were shutting down, but I was kind of worried that I wasn't going to be able to make it back because everything was shutting down so fast. So it was really weird and abrupt going from quite literally a cattle call audition where there's, thousands of people or whatever, to all of a sudden no one can even leave their houses. And my focus at NU was actually in directing, and I had just come off of directing Sylvia by A.R. Gurney. So like that just sudden transition was so strange. And then I was talking to Maddie Sedler over in Green Buffalo, and she was like, well, we're trying to start up there. They do quarantine quarters. So every month they do a similar play reading thing. And she was like, well, do you want to like try your hand at that? And I was like, I mean, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I can do it. Sorry. And it was really cool actually, because, same thing. We kind of like sat down on Zoom and just worked through it. And it weirdly like opened up a lot of doors for me because it made me start thinking about voice acting. And it was something that I never really thought about before. So like the transition from theater to like Zoom theater and only having this space, like Mara's a mess down here. But like only having this space being seen is so sweet. To then move to like voice acting, which is literally like no visuals whatsoever, like just your voice. It's interesting, like almost like I'm trying to think of a good analogy. Like when you get in your car and you're driving and like you're just driving, but then you can like turn on the music and then it's like a different vibe, than just regular driving. Or like driving in the summer is a different vibe. So like they're all the same thing. You just have to like switch on different abilities, essentially different perspectives to figure out how to navigate whatever landscape you're working with. It's super interesting.
Well, and Kayla just released the biggest secret of Zoom theater. Like none of us are wearing pants.
I promise I'm wearing pants. You saw me get up.
We're kidding, we are. But you could get away with it. Like that's the joy of Zoom. If I did that, I'd probably flip and die or something. So thank you for doing that for all of us, Kayla.
I wasn't going to let it sit there at me not being, I was like, no, I promise. My room might be a mess, but I'm wearing pants.
Queen, you're in a different role this time. What did you think?
It was very, very different, for me. But the show was awesome. I loved the play, and so I really, really, really loved it. It was different.
Well, and just so some of but one of the things, we are just coming off of a 5-day filming challenge. So for some of the folks, we were spending all last week with Madison and Ellen. The play was written in 2 days. We got a script to actors. Actors rehearsed and filmed. Then Saturday, Dallas and Ellen were editing. So this came really quick. Sometimes we just have one event a month, but this one was a little bit more hectic. Also still online though. And I think it's interesting. I think we do in fact need to keep thinking about how this does impact and change theater. Because it does it in a myriad of ways. You know, just like you said, Scott wrote these because he was fascinated by this mode. But what happens when, you know, theaters open and only 10% or 25% of folks can see a show? There needs to be something that completes and continues access. So I think there's a lot of conversations that still need to be had. Another question that you guys received, let me pull it up here. Did an amazing job. Does anybody have any upcoming projects or announcements? Anything you're working on that you want people to know about? You're muted and I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It's you.
As part of WNY Improv, we're going to be televising, recording for Bears Den in Seneca Niagara Casino. We'll be doing a show there. Dallas will be among the performers. It'll
Wonderful.
be a 2-hour show, and looking forward to that in 2 weeks.
And that's going to be streamed online?
It'll be streaming online. It's going to be on their website, a link, and they're also going to use it on closed circuit television inside the casino.
Well, any information, send it on over. We're happy to share it. That way we can all take a look as well. That's fantastic. Kudos.
We're excited to finally be performing again.
That's awesome. Kayla?
I mentioned I've been working with Green Buffalo throughout this pandemic. Actually, episode 3 of Emerald Terrace just came out today.
Oh, good.
Episode 4. So my episode will come out a month from now. I also we're starting to work on Look Up. It's their short film that they're doing socially distanced, like masks, tests, everything. But that'll be a longer filming process because it's over the course of a couple seasons. I am potentially doing some maybe directing projects coming up that are still mildly a secret. But yeah, just trying to keep active, you know.
And the same thing goes, I'm sure we'll hear, but if not, please do make sure that we know so we can get that word out as well. Sara, were you going to?
I don't actually have I'm about to start work on my master's thesis on Monday. Actually,
oh, good.
2 days from now. So I don't have any big projects with set dates in the works at the moment, but I did want to throw in the Quarantine Quarters project, which has been mentioned a couple of times because Maddie and Ellen have been doing amazing work on that. And I know they're good friends of iTowney. I think that is a fantastic cross-pollinating relationship, by the way.
Absolutely.
And I wish more theaters down here in Queens and Manhattan did that. You'd think we have enough of them. You'd think we could do that. But I think that's a fantastic thing. I actually found out about you guys from Maddie and Ellen.
Yes.
Because I'm on their mailing list for Quarantine Quarters, and
right, that's and Rex as well, right? Like that was how they sent out our call. Yes,
yeah. And they took a risk on a play with a talking skull and a sassy book, and it started a beautiful friendship. And now we trade plays every once in a while. The 3 of us all did a playwriting challenge with a British company in February. So they know their stuff. Obviously, the relationship between you two is fantastic. So,
we love them. They're family.
Yeah, they're so good. So if you're fans of iTowney, go find them. If you're fans of Green Buffalo, hang around here more often.
Yes.
And get on their mailing list. Write for them. Who knows? Maybe you might end up writing for iTowney too. It'll be fantastic.
Well, I'm going to push you both and put you both on the spot. Like I want to feature 3 from each of you. So whatever time that takes you to come up with 3 short plays, we would love to give you solo events. I think it would be amazing to feature them. So if that's something you're inclined to do, we have dates opening this summer. We'd love to have it. No pressure. If it takes longer, we're going to be here a while. So please do. I encourage it. If you have 4, because they run a little shorter, we can do that too. So same thing for Scott. He's out there somewhere. I know he was on YouTube. So same thing goes.
If you're cool
Sean,
with more anthropomorphic animals, I got you covered.
listen, I want to know more about this skull. Are you kidding me? Let's do this. And you know, Kayla, you know, we are always looking for directors as well. So, and Sean can tell you, like, he came in first time and directed a show before he acted. So, Sean, I will toss it. You had your hand up.
I did. Since you were on the topic of announcements and stuff.
Yes.
Me and Shanda are working on a project together that for extras. So if anyone wants to be on TV or prime production, message me or message her. We can tell you about how to sign on and be an extra.
Fantastic. And I will say, Shanda, I don't know how you did it, but at one point you looked like you were swimming in the water during the show. Like it was just a perfect, she was just like bobbing and there was not, it was great. So kudos. This was your first time with us too. I didn't even realize till now. So thank you. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Lastly, because we have about 4 minutes left. First and foremost, thank you again for watching, participating. To our playwrights, it was amazing. We love your work, and I'm dead serious. Pull those together. We'd love to feature you. Next month, we'll be featuring the work of Mark Lloyd, and we're really super excited about that. And we are, in fact, looking for directors and actors. If you've already auditioned for Inclusive, you don't need to do it again. It's just we haven't looked to see how many people we need to cast, but we will reach out and let you know what opportunities are available. Also, Inclusive has been a part of the Easter Seals Disability Film Challenge. We have posted our video on the homepage. It was, in fact, written by Ellen and Maddie, and with a beautiful marriage with Inclusive. So we're super excited for that. Please do go on our page, watch the video, share it. The more that it's seen and shared, the better it is. This is now an international film challenge. At first, it was just one that was statewide, but this year was the first time we got submissions from across the globe, which is super exciting. So please do that. Other than that, that is all that I have. Thank you all so much for being here. Again, happy World Theater Day. This is a great way to celebrate. Happy Passover, if that is your thing. And we will see you next month. Queen, do you remember the date?
What that 20.
Does that sound right?
I think you're like 24.
Yeah, I think it's April 24th. If not, it's the 17th, but check our
Yes,
Facebook page.
24.
And Sean, send me that info on the extras that you need. We'll also share that within Inclusive folks. So
An usual
thank you.
attraction.
Yes. Thank you very much. Be safe and well, and we'll see you all next